Hello again, everybody. This is J-Dub here, and I was out watching the stock market close yesterday, which was Friday, September the 10th, and some very interesting things going on. I wanted to share those with you as far as where we're at in terms of the future deflation and where things might go from here. I think based on where prices closed at on Friday, that we've probably got 80% chance or so that prices are not going to be moving up above that 10,700 level. So 80% chance that prices are going to remain below 10,700, and we may have only a couple of small pushes left to the upside here. So we're taking a look at the Dow going back just over a year, and you can see that prices are right on top of that blue line, which is a 200 simple moving average. And ever since we reached the top at 11,200, back in May, we pushed down to a new low, and a lower low was created. And then as we push back up, it created a lower high. So this is indicating that the trend is slowly shifting to the downside. You really wouldn't tell. You look at the chart and it's just kind of a messy sideways action. But in fact, we did create a lower low and a lower high, and where prices are at right now, it could create another secondary lower high. And this orange horizontal line that I have on the chart, if prices are successful in making it down through there and breaking down below there, it could be a very quick move down to the lower 8,000s. So a lot of overhead weakness, and you can see the volume, the vertical bars towards the bottom. Notice how that volume, as prices have gone sideways and moved up, that the volume bars are getting smaller and smaller. So there's no push in moving this up. It's just kind of a dead cat bounce. So I'm going to zoom in on this area on the chart, which is the last couple of days, and take a closer look. What we've been looking at here is a daily chart. Now we're going to look at prices based on a 1 hour time frame. And here's a different charting package here. Basically, I've drawn some Fibonacci retracement levels on here. And the two blue lines that are horizontal are the 61% retracement level and the 78% retracement level. Prices typically retrace about that far on a normal trending move, and so this creates an initial target zone of where that green box is, between that 10,430 and 10,550. It's just kind of a general area. Well, this last upward push has a peculiar pattern that also is showing some relationships ending inside this box. So we're getting a couple of different confirmations that this thing may run out of gas here in the very near future. And what this pattern is a rising or ascending wedge formation. Typically it's going to have 5 different touches, meaning 5 different waves within this ascending wedge. So you can see I've got those labeled right there, and if indeed this is correct, I don't know if it's going to be correct until after it's done, but if indeed this is correct, that means we're working on number 5, and wave 5, based on some of these relationships, looks like it may be ending below 10,532. And we're not too far from there. That could possibly happen within the next couple of days. So that's one possible scenario of this rising wedge or ascending wedge formation, and it is a bearish, it's a terminal type of pattern. So once it does end, prices move down very quickly, if indeed this is correct. So there's another possible interpretation of this rising wedge, and that's we're working on number 3 now. And so then number 4, wave 4, will retrace to the downside a portion of this upward move. And then wave 5 will continue to push higher. And once that wave 5 finishes, then we'll see that quick move back down to the downside. And wave 5 if indeed that is the case, wave 5 would finish out around 10,610 or possibly below that level. So as we zoom in on these charts, it looks not very good for the home team, and that prices could be moving quickly to the downside, and that means that we could be seeing 8,000 on the Dow here within the next several weeks, if indeed this is true. So we'll keep an eye on this, and we'll provide some more updates. We'll talk to you guys soon.